Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the deep. And over the post.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the zone for a touchback. Now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns' defense as they file into position. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so quick.
Let's go! Green, 39! Detroit! Gone! All right, here we go. Blue, landed!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Lucky 56.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Blue, landed! Blue, landed!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Now on 3rd, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit...
And they'll run it here. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Alshon Jeffrey, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 7 yards to go on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And the play clock's running down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So here's 3rd and 20 with a long yardage. Defense going with a nickel look. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles a big time. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score
one receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Fresh set of downs here. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Gun. Back there, Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. But got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Broncos. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
All right, here we go. Boom,
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted. And now nothing but green ahead of him. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
I got 86. I got 86.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Detroit, here we go. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And they're going to speed things up here.
39. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.